swing thoughts, they're working for a while, and all of a sudden they don't work anymore. This is one thought I have in my toolbox. Write down thoughts which are working well. Just take one thought. Today we're talking about your toolbox of thoughts. So what I mean by saying this, I'm gonna explain to you right now. If you have played golf for a while, you know that those swing thoughts, they're working for a while, and all of a sudden they don't work anymore. So the longer you play, you can collect those thoughts. And finally, you can actually create for yourself a box with all those thoughts, and you can go through them while you're warming up. And this is the point I would like to talk to you about, because a lot of golfers don't understand, first of all, what the warm-up is for. A lot of golfers don't even warm up. That's even worse. But you know, they just stand on the range, they hit balls, and they expect themselves to hit the ball well. So when I warm up, or when I used to warm up on when I was playing on tour, of course, the main thing with a warm-up is to get your body warm, the swing going, your hands warm, everything is getting connected, and you gotta get a good feel for that day's round. And this is the main focus. And of course, if you don't have such a great feel on the driving range first, that doesn't mean you cannot play well on the golf course. And this is also a mental thing that, finally you have to use that driving range or the warm-up as a real warm-up just for your body and for your hands. And finally, what happens out there on the course is a totally different story. Maybe if you put that in your mind, then everything can change right away, because I have a lot of students, they have a bad warm-up, and then they go out and they have a bad first shot, and then they say, okay, today's round is over because I had a bad time on the driving range whatsoever. I'm sure you can follow what I'm talking about. So really get your mind free and say, okay, I want to warm up on the driving range, and then I go out and play my game. This is about talking about warm-up, but finally I would like to talk to you about the toolbox. I can tell you from my side, I used to have many thoughts, and I still have them. And so when I prepare to go to the round, I just really get that box back. And I mean, you can create it on your phone, and you just can write down what your coach is telling you, or what you figured out over the time. Once it's the shoulder turn, once it's the grip, once it's the it's the setup position, once is the hip turn, whatsoever. And that you should write down in your phone. And then you just have that either in your brain ready or in your phone when you warm up and you try out those thoughts. And I'm sure at some point, if you give yourself 2, 3, 4 shots with every thought, one will certainly work, because they used to work. You should just write them down, of course, if they're working well, right? So I tell you from my side, because my swing actually has a tendency to go too far back, and then it goes steep, and then I'm flattened out, and then I'm hitting the ball very heely, and so the club is falling way too far back behind my body. So what I'm thinking is really to stay more in front. I'm thinking a little bit more outside in, and this creates a little bit more room for my arms and the distance to my chest, just to keep my arms more in front of me. I'm just gonna show you. This is one thought I have in my toolbox, which is working mostly well for me. So this would be, for example, one thought I could use on the driving range, which is pretty much my main thought, what it's always been when I was playing. And then, of course, if I feel, okay, everything is a little bit disconnected, my body is getting lazy, or it's very early and the body is not really moving, then, of course, I can use a thought of turning my hip, going back in my heel, really make this, because once I have this thought of getting away to the outside, I sometimes get stuck here, or I don't move it at all. So I really have to remember that my hip and my weight is going to the right heel in the backswing. So I'm just going to demonstrate that to you. This is another thought for me. And also this thought is working well for me. And then, as I'm repeating myself, you'd have to write down thoughts which are working well. And of course, today I'm having a great day, obviously. So both thoughts were working well. So I could use them and take them out on the course and take them as my thoughts, or one thought of them. If I want to have another one, if those two are not working, I just go through my list. And of course, that list can be very long, But finally, I would say go between 5 and 7 thoughts and not more, because otherwise you're just drifting away with your thoughts all the time. And finally, for the course, just take one thought. And even if you don't need a thought in your technique, if it's rhythm, finish your backswing, take a little pause and go through whatever. But use one thought if you're playing on the course, because that grips your brain and keeps you calm and keeps you focused on your body. So I really, really hope this could help you, because I can watch a lot of players, they're really struggling on the course or even struggling at warm-up to find a good rhythm or a good contact to the ball. So create your own toolbox, and I'm sure you will get to the next level. Now, I wish you good luck, and of course, have fun practicing.